You remember when we added our three Elvises in succession to our TBL Rockstars? We hard-coded the insert statement, right? Obviously, this is not what we want eventually. We want to upload what is entered on the sheet. So to progress to our next stage of learning, we're going to start like this. We're going to modify our code so that our spreadsheet inserts the name which is in the cell we have selected. So pay attention here because we need to learn some new tricks. Trick number 1. In VBA, we can refer to a cell in several ways. The most direct one is range D6. Obviously, that refers to cell D6, but the trick we're going to use now is this. You'll see why later. Cells 6-4. This is cells row, column, so it's row 6 and column 4. Why is this real cool? Because we can replace these numbers with a variable, and then we can loop through a whole list of rows programmatically, which is where we're heading, but in small steps. A variable is like a bucket where we can store some data. We can create a variable called iRow like this. Let iRow = active cell, row. That pretty much means what it says if you read it like English. But in VBA, we don't need to say let, because even if you leave it out, it is assumed that's what we mean. So iRow = active cell. Row will do. Active cell is the currently selected cell, and currently it has the value 6 because we've selected a cell in row 6. Let's also add iCall = 4. Our list of Rockstars is in column 4, so cells iRow iCall will now refer to the cell we have selected, right? Let's now modify our SQL statement. Insert into TBL Rockstars 1, musician, values, cells, iRow, iCall. But wait, that won't work yet. Let's understand what we're doing here. We have a variable called SSQL, right? Our SQL statement is being assigned to the variable SSQL. For this, we need to break our statement down into parts and join them, just as we do in the formula bar on a sheet. It should look like this. Insert into TBL Rockstars 1, musician. Values plus cells, iRow, iCall plus. So this is a string, and this is the value in the cell we have currently selected, and this is the closing bracket. Let's now replace that bit of our insert procedure. Ready to try it? Let's boldly go and click put. Now with our fingers crossed, let's click get. Did it work? Yes, there are now 2 John Lennons. Let's try another. Pick Ringo Starr. Yep, 2 Ringos. Now for trick number 2, the next step in our epic journey towards the Holy Grail, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Ultimate bliss. What do you think will happen if we make this bit repeat? And on each pass, the row number, that's iRow, is incremented by 1, like this. Do iRow = iRow plus 1 loop. But don't run it yet, because if you do, our spreadsheet will insert all of our Rockstars, and also go on to insert about another 1,000,000, until it reaches the bottom of the sheet. We don't want that. So we want to find a way to stop it at the end of our list. This is one way. Do until cells iRow 4, value =. So we're saying when that refers to a blank cell, that is here, then stop looping. Do while cells iRow 4. Value will also work, right? Let's give it a shot. Yay, 2 of everyone. That's great, but not what we want. We need to delete all the records before we upload insert new records. How do we do that? Easy. That's where we'll go next. See you in a bit.